Symposium at VCU. We are very It is so nice to have all of you guys at this spectacular university. By the way, I'm Reona Pereira, the co-president of the VJAS Junior Student Committee.
And I'm Yashodhara Varma, the other co-president. Throughout your time at this year's symposium, which I'm sure will be absolutely wonderful, please tweet and Instagram us with the hashtag VJAS 2017. One lucky student and teacher will win a $15 gift card for Target or Kroger.
We would first like to thank our VJAS committee chair, Say, who has put in tireless hours of hard work into this organization. We would also like to thank our director, Susan Booth, who has equally put in a ton of effort, time, and patience to help make this happen. Please give a round of applause for these two amazing people. Also, I'm going to acknowledge our student officers right now, so if you are present, please stand up as I call your name. Ankit Kumar, Secretary. Cassia Block, Editor-in-Chief and Communications Liaison. Sarah Jackson, STEM Chair. Cory, Regional Director.
Speaking of the student committee, we are always looking for regional directors. Regional directors film quick videos during the symposium, help with behind-the-scenes work, and have a lot of fun. If this sounds interesting to you, please apply. Our application can be found on the VJAS website in the appendix of our handbook. Now, please put your hands together and make a warm welcome for Soo Bin Jeong, our VJAS committee chair.
All right, everyone, welcome. Dear VJAS finalists, teachers, and sponsors. My name is Soo Bin Jeong, as our student co-president is wonderfully introduced. My name is Soo Bin Jeong again. Sorry, it's been a long day already. And I am now in my second year as the chairman of the Virginia Junior Academy of Science Committee. And as the chairman for the entire committee, I would like to welcome every single student here as you have committed yourself into a nice scientific career just for the year, I suppose. For some of you, it's going to be more than a year. Some of it's going to be 20, 30 years down the road. But you have done something, you've accomplished something very amazing by doing a scientific research project, being selected to be presented here at the Virginia Junior Academy of Science, as well as tomorrow you'll present in front of judges as well as your peers with your research presentations. So we are here at VCU, at the heart of the Commonwealth of Virginia. And as I said, congratulations to each of our student finalists. You have all had to pass a certain level of scientific and research proficiency to be here at the symposium. You'll have designed experiments with guidance from your sponsors and teachers. Each and every one of you have followed the scientific method to conduct your projects, as well as do statistical analysis, sometimes complex, for your results. And I just want to tell you, your scientific journey is just beginning. As I said earlier, I was a VJAS participant back in 07, 08, 09, and 2010. And my school, I believe, is being represented here, Roanoke Valley Governor School. It was an amazing experience as a Virginia Junior Academy of Science participant. And now I'm here as the chair of the committee, looking at the mission and vision of the Junior Academy for the 21st century. So why do I volunteer as a chair? Because it is a volunteer position. So I put in about 500 hours each year for the Virginia Junior Academy of Science. And I volunteer because I strongly believe that for a civilization to truly evolve, it is a necessary component that science and technology and students, we need your help, students, to help innovate those new science and technology for the next generation. because my generation isn't going to be able to solve problems, not all of them anyway. So we need your help. So I ask you to ponder this question. Why does science matter to you? Tomorrow, our fellow student officers will go around with camcorders asking the same question. And hopefully you can provide some good answers to why science matters to you. Because science matters to me because not only is this something that I truly am good at, but I see science as a way to truly move forward as a society and as a civilization in this world. Also, because I'm relatively young, I like to use Twitter and Instagram, and it's coming from my personal Target and Kroger gift cards. If you use hashtag VJAS 2017 and be thoughtful, or even funny about your responses and pictures, you may have a chance to win a Target or Kroger gift card. As well as, if you have not submitted your abstracts already, we have over 400 abstracts submitted on our homepage of our website. So if you do want to get published on our VJAS proceedings this year, which will happen early this summer, please do go online and submit those abstracts. And finally, one thing that I did as a committee chair is to propose a physical award for our top student winner. So our top student winner of the Virginia Junior Academy of Science will attend next year's AAAS, American Association for Advancement of Science, as well as the American Junior Academy of Science meeting. I believe it's in Dallas, Texas. And in addition to the free trip to HAAS, the student winner will also win this Best of Symposium Research Award here, as you see, as a gift for their accomplishments. So please do your best tomorrow. I know you will do your best tomorrow to impress judges and your peers. But also, even if you don't win, this is a great learning opportunity for you as you move forward into your high school, your college career, because this skill is invaluable wherever you go. Now, I would like to welcome the Virginia Academy of Science President, Debbie Neely Fisher.
Virginia Junior Academy of Science meeting. What does that mean? We have been doing this for a really, really long time. And so we're so excited to have you here for the next couple of days. We're excited to see the work that you do. And I have to tell you, I've been volunteering at the Junior Academy for about 6 or 7 years now. I always leave with a smile on my face. Regardless of what's going on in my personal life or whether at work, I see you guys give your presentations and I watch you at your, what is it, the party, the dance, and all the things that you do, and I just leave with a smile on my face, so thank you so much for that. The first thing I would like you guys to think about, can you hear me in the back? No? Darn. Where's that other? Take the mic out of it. Okay, I'm not sure.
It's a cordless mic.
That was easy. All right, so the first thing I want you guys to think about is how much extra time your teachers and your sponsors put into this work. And if the teachers and sponsors would please stand up for a round of applause. As our middle school and high school science teachers. And so I want you to know that we understand the extra time you put in, and that when you come here as sponsors especially, you take this responsibility very seriously. We are so grateful that you're doing that. Now, how many of you sponsors and teachers were actually part of the Junior Academy? Anybody? Okay, we have one. I keep running into all of you alumni, and I'm so proud of you. Now, I didn't start in the Junior Academy. I was the student who didn't like biology, didn't like school. I probably skipped 62 days in my senior year. I was not a scholar. And then I said, whoa, wait a minute. What am I going to do for the rest of my life when I got ready to graduate? So I got really serious. I found a love for biology. And so things started to improve in my life. And I tell you that because I started my career in the academy as an undergraduate. And because I wasn't a scholar in high school, I was really kind of behind. And I came in and I had to give my first presentation, and guess what? I was scared out of my board. I was terrified. So for those of you who are terrified, I'm going to tell you what my mom told me. Practice makes perfect. So take every single opportunity that you can to give presentations, to do public speaking. I didn't start doing any of this or any teaching until I was in my late 30s because I was terrified. So when you practice a lot over and over and over again, it gets a lot easier, I promise you. And I actually grew up at VCU, so this is like old home week for me. I think the last thing I want to talk to you a little bit about is I hear a lot of questions throughout the year from students about why is the Virginia Junior Academy rules and regulations so different from everybody else's, from NTAL and from the Richmond Metro. And so I want to just tell you a little tiny bit about what you've done. You have gone through the entire process that scientists go through. As you prepare your research, as they said, as you collect your data, you analyze your data, and then you submit your applications for coming to the Junior Academy, you are doing what a true scientist does. And then your papers go through peer review, kind of. And so your papers are touched by probably at least 7 people. 3 judges, a reader chair, and then the people, I do the DQing in the very beginning when your papers first come in. And we don't like to DQ you, but you have to follow the rules. So when you get here, you have really gone through an experience. You have completed the assignment that a scientist does. And so for that, you should all stand up and applaud yourselves. We are excited to see your work, and we hope that you have a wonderful time at this year's Junior Academy meeting. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to turn it over to the co-presidents, and they're going to introduce your speaker.
Dr. Wang is assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical and Nuclear Engineering at VCU. He received his VS in Polymer Science and Engineering and an MS in Material Science and Engineering from Nanjing Tech University in China, and his PhD in Chemistry and Chemical Engineering from Hiroshima University in Japan. He was research assistant professor at Washington University in St. Louis.
Dr. Wang's research mainly concerns particle synthesis and characterization via aerosol routes and the development of advanced functional materials for energy and environmental applications. He is currently working on the development of efficient photocatalysts for toxic gas detection and removal, carbon dioxide capture and reduction, and wastewater treatment. He has published over 70 peer-reviewed journal articles, 5 book chapters, and holds 2 patents. Please put your hands together for Dr. Wang.
Hello, everyone. It's my honor to be here to share with you some knowledge about indoor air quality. Have you heard about this term before? Indoor air quality. Okay, so probably a new word for you, right? So that's why I want to share some knowledge with you. Okay, I hope it will be fun. Presentation. I will try my best. Okay. So first. Briefly introduce myself. Okay, as the co-chairs explained, I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical and Nuclear Engineering at VCU. I started my position since 2014. Okay, originally from China, so that's why forgive my accent. Okay, sometimes I will speak very slowly. Okay, try to help you to understand my presentation. Okay, I got my PhD in Japan and stayed in St. Louis for about 5 years. Okay, before coming to Richmond. I now live in Glen Island with my wife and 3 kids. Okay, so most important thing is what we all love Richmond. Okay, so we love Richmond, and that's why we try to find a place, okay, to where to go. Okay, so just 1 second. I think there's something wrong. Okay. So as I said, we love Richmond. Okay, we like this environment, the weather. Okay, much better than St. Louis. Okay, very cold in winter. Okay, so the first thing after moving in Richmond is what? Find a place, right? Find a place to live. Find a place to stay. Okay, so instead of renting a house, we try to build one. Okay, so we try to build a new house. I'm a scientist. That's why I'm excited to see, okay, how to build a house. This is the first time ever for me, right? So that's why I view this kind of, thing as a project, a science project, okay? I want to see my house built from the scratch, okay? So the first thing is to find a site, right? So we found this site, okay? So it's from scratch, okay? So beautiful place, but we want to start from the beginning. So I was very excited to try to take pictures every day, okay? To see how the house is going to be built, right? So you will see also, try to do some kind of science project in your daily life. That will be good, okay? Take pictures, try to see the progress, okay? So then, after several months, we see, this, foundation, right, start to build, right? So we'll see, another, the progress, okay? So after that, on the top is what? On the foundation top is drywall, right? So excited to see the drywall, okay? Build it up, okay? So then, what else? Inside, right? So inside the decoration, a lot of other, things to be built, okay? So finally, you will see out. So this is a final, completion of my house, okay? So very excited, okay? So we got the key, okay? Okay, so we got the key, try to excited to see the inside. Okay, so this is a new house ever built in my life. Okay, that's why I was so excited to enter the room. Okay, so this is our new home in Richmond. Okay, so very beautiful. Okay, so I was so excited, and just my kids also very excited. They jump around and try to see. But my wife told me, wait a minute, I found something unusual. What? Can you guess?
Indoor.
Okay. So I have a bad nose. I cannot smell something. But my wife says it smells. Okay. Smells bad. What kind of smell? Can you guess? Some people say this is new home smell or new furniture smell, right? So probably you have had some experience. When you replace your carpet, you will smell something, right? When you replace your, try to repaint your, the wall, you will, smell something, okay? What are those smells coming from, okay? So this smell sometimes smells good, sometimes smells bad, okay? But this kind of thing may harm you, okay? You don't know, okay? But that's why this brings the, concept, the indoor air quality, okay? This kind of term, okay? So what is indoor air quality? So here is the, basic information, okay? So if you go to college, okay, the first class you will learn is 101 class. Okay, so that's why a lot of basic information says 101. Right? So today is indoor air quality 101. Okay, so this is a basic introduction of the indoor air quality. Okay, so indoor air quality refers to the air quality within and around the building and the structures. Basically, so this especially it relates to the health and the comfort of the building. Okay, you don't smell something strange in this room because this room is well, kept and maintained, right? So very healthy. Okay, but why do we care? Why do we care indoor air quality? Because we spend most of our lifetime indoors. Okay, according to the survey, 90% of our time, okay, spent indoors. Okay, so that's a significant time, okay? That's why we need to care about the air quality inside the room, okay? We want to see, right? So this air is good for our health or not, right? So, and what are the consequences of poor indoor air quality? If the air quality is bad, what happens? Okay, so short term, you'll feel some kind of irritation, okay, of your eyes, your nose, or even your lung. Okay, you'll feel uncomfortable. So this kind of problem usually called building syndrome. Okay, so especially new building. Okay, you'll feel not very comfortable. But the long term can be very serious. Okay, you could have developed some kind of diseases. Okay, especially asthma. Okay, so you'll have some breath problem, and you may have heart disease and even cancer. Okay, so this kind of problem associated with the indoor air quality. Here are more statistics of the indoor air quality. Okay, indoor air quality, indoor air pollutants are 2 to 5 times higher than the outdoor pollutants. Okay, you cannot believe, right? Indoor usually very safe, okay? But the indoor air quality inside the room can be worse than outside. Okay. And poor indoor air quality is number 4 biggest environmental threat in the United States. Okay, and also the the poor indoor air quality has been linked to a lot of diseases. Okay, especially the asthma. Okay, allergies. Right, so a lot of people develop this kind of problem. Okay, so for example, 26 million Americans, okay, suffer from asthma, including 7 million children. Okay, so this is mainly due to the bad indoor air quality. Okay, there's more information about asthma, okay, according to CDC, okay? So every day, okay, not every month, okay, every day in the United States, 11 people die due to asthma-related, illness, okay? So we have 5,000 people visit emergency room every day due to asthma, okay? So you have 30,000 people have one asthma attack, okay? So this is a significant number, okay? We need to pay attention to our indoor air quality. So this is very serious, okay? And also, a lot of media also noticed this problem, so publish a lot of papers, try to increase the public awareness of the indoor air quality. Okay, we need to care about our indoor air quality. Okay, but where are those indoor air contaminants coming from? Okay, so you may wonder, right? So this slide shows you one example. Basically, everywhere in your room. Okay? For example, so it can be from bathroom, can from bedroom, workshop, living room, even garage. Okay? So specifically, for example, in your bedroom, okay, you could have your cosmetic, okay, perfumes, or the jewelry cleaners. All these chemicals will release into the air, cause some contamination. Okay? In your kitchen, you could have your oven cleaner, dish detergent. All these things also could be the potential contaminants. Okay, so if you smoke inside, okay, also problem. Okay, produce this kind of indoor air pollutant. Okay, so not only in your house, but also in any enclosed environment. That being said, okay. So it could be in the airplane, because the airplane is an enclosed environment, okay? So more serious, because we only have limited room, okay? So the air quality also should be very important to your health, okay? Train, trailers, or mobile home, and cars, okay? All these environments are very tiny, very limited, enclosed environment, okay? We should care about all this environment inside. Okay, so can you guess what are those air contaminants? We talked a lot, right? Yeah. What are those contaminants? Yeah, you can.
Exhaust maybe from a car.
Sorry?
Exhaust from a car engine.
Okay, what else? Okay, bacteria? Okay. Yeah, a lot, right? A lot of examples I will show you, okay? Show you some examples in the next slide. So this slide shows you some typical air contaminants. Okay. Some of them are very beautiful, okay? In the image, you see virus, okay? Very tiny, spherical shape, beautiful in the picture. Dust particles, okay, ugly sometimes, right? So you will see this kind of ladybugs, okay, in your, air. Asbestos, this is almost over. We don't use this one anymore, okay? So this is banned. But we sometimes will see the toxic mold, right? So bacteria, pollen, okay, especially during this month or last month, right? So you see a lot of pollens, then will induce a lot of health problems. Okay, so all these things. This is just limited examples. Okay, so there's many other contaminants. Okay, so I will not cover all these contaminants, but try to point out one specific air contaminant, which is invisible. It's hard to detect. It is VOC. Have you heard about this term, VOC? No? First time, right? Okay, so VOC stands for volatile organic compound. Okay, so these are gases okay, usually invisible, okay, you cannot see, okay, you cannot see, but sometimes smell, okay, you can, you know. Okay, so, yeah, so again, so the VOC is the level, right, also very high, you know, in the indoors, okay, so that's why we need to be very careful about the VOCs, and there's a lot of, you know, species have been identified indoors, okay, more than 600 species, okay, so that's why we should be, you know, very careful, but again, I will not cover all these 600 species, but rather I will pick up one typical example. This one. Formaldehyde. Have you heard about this? Yes, right? So almost everyone knows. What is this? What is this, guys? Do you know the chemical formulas? Yes.
I know what it is, but I don't know like chemical formula. But I know that it's toxic.
Okay. So the formula is. Can anyone tell me the formula of this formula? Yes. H2O. H2O is the formula? CH2O, right? Correct. Okay, thank you. Yes, so this is a very simple gas, okay? CH2O, okay? So, but it smells bad, okay? And it is a toxic gas. It can cause cancer, okay? Leukemia, lung cancer, okay? So this is, you know, the possible carcinogen, we say carcinogen of the, you know, the human being, okay? So that's why, you know, very serious toxic gas we want to eliminate in our home, okay? So there have already been some incidents, okay, reported in the you know, newspaper. For example, here in 2005, okay, we had an incident, okay. So in the Gulf, you know, there are some tornadoes, okay. So a lot of homes destroyed, okay. So the government, you know, supply this kind of mobile, you know, trailers, okay, for temporary housing, okay. But unfortunately, we had a very serious toxic trailers because inside the trailers made of some materials with high formaldehyde level. Okay, so that's a big problem. Okay, the other recent incident is this company. Okay, so sells the you know, the formaldehyde containing fluorine. Okay, so then got a very big lawsuit. Okay, so that's a big problem. Recent incident. But you may wonder, where is formaldehyde coming from? Can you guess?
It's from wood when it's from water.
Cigarettes, okay. So, yeah. What else? Exhaust, okay. What else?
It's from when wood is
Fluorine, okay. And?
wood is broken down.
Okay, let me see, okay. So, sources of formaldehyde. Most formaldehyde is coming from wood product. Okay, why? Because wood product needs adhesive. Okay, so this kind of adhesive is made of some kind of polymer containing formaldehyde. Okay, the formaldehyde will release over time. Okay, and also some, you know, especially the furniture, and also even the coating of your clothes. Okay, sometimes will contain this kind of adhesive. That's the major reason. Okay, so this is very serious problem if we don't solve. Okay, so you see we have flaw here, right? So usually no problem, but you know, over time you may see something. Okay, so the chronic exposure causes cancer. Okay, so sounds very scary. Okay, so where could I stay? Indoor is not very safe, right? So very scary. But we have good news, right? Good news is most US homes have very low formaldehyde concentration. Okay, so technically you are safe. Sit here in your home, everywhere. Okay, because so the concentration is very low, below the the limit as regulated by the OSHA or some other government agency. Okay, and also most wood and paper products meet federal regulations. Okay, but we also have bad news. Right? Bad news is even we have this so-called qualified product, the formaldehyde levels vary with other factors. For example, we have temperature, humidity, seasons, and even air exchange rate will affect the formaldehyde level. That being said, even you buy qualified product, if you overheat your room, if the humidity of your room is very high, so the formaldehyde level could be higher. Okay, so that's the problem. So the other problem is also depend on activities. Okay, you can buy things, but you cannot control people. Okay, so if you smoke inside the room, if you cook improperly inside the room, you also produce formaldehyde. Okay, create a potential problem. And the even worse is what? We don't have reliable meters available on the market. Okay, so you don't know how much concentration of formaldehyde in this room. You know very low, but you don't know how much because we don't have meters available. Okay, so that's a big problem. Still a technical challenges, right? But how to solve this problem? We have several solutions, right? Popular solutions. I listed several popular solutions here. First one is spray something, right? So you can, burn the incense, right? You can spray the so-called air fragrance, okay, to cover the odor, right? Then you can buy some product, so-called bad air sponge. To be clear, I have nothing related to this company, okay? So I don't want to promote this product, okay? Just want to list the example, okay? So we have mask filters, or this is HVAC filters. Okay, so here's a short question. We have 5 solutions here. Do you think which one is the most effective way to remove formaldehyde? Which one? This one or this one?
Question mark.
You don't have final answer for this? All right, mask. What else? Filter. Okay, let me tell you. These two are the most effective way to remove formaldehyde. But this one will be more convenient, okay? So you cannot wear a mask every day, right? So you want to use this. But have you seen this before? Do you have it at home? Do you at your home? No. If you see, inside we have some kind of gel structure, okay? And also we have some black dots inside. So the black dots are activated carbon, okay? The so-called activated carbon means porous structure, okay, of carbon. So a lot of surface area can trap the formaldehyde into the structure, okay, to remove formaldehyde. Filter does this in the same way, okay, but just you don't want to wear filters every day. That's real, right? This one, I don't want to say it's not effective, but it's just to cover the oil. Okay, so you just want to smell of this, cloud, not the, is potentially cannot be removed from an eye. Okay, so this one, HVAC filters can only remove particles. Okay, big particles, not gas. Okay, so that's why if you want to remove the gases, so these two will be the best choices. Okay, so there's also some recommended solutions by federal agencies. Okay, so I listed several here. Buy high quality product. Okay, so that means you have, if you see this kind of symptoms, so you can buy, so that's very safe. Okay, so you can also bring large amounts of fresh air. That means you need to open your fan every day. Okay, and refrain from cigarette smoking. Why cigarette smoking will produce formaldehyde? Does anyone know? Yeah. Okay, yes. So this is one of the reasons, okay? So the burning of the cigarette is a pyrolysis reaction, okay? Will produce the formaldehyde gas due to combustion, okay? The cooking is also a similar process, okay? So that's why we don't want to smoke inside. That's why a lot of places ban smoking, okay? Stop smoking. But as you see, a lot of solutions here, even with listen, right? Still very passive, not active, okay? We still cannot directly detect, capture, and remove formaldehyde. Still, we have a big gap, right? Trying to, we don't know how to solve this problem, okay? So that's why science and engineering come into play, okay? We try to solve this problem by using scientific approach, okay? So our strategies in our lab, we try to solve this problem simultaneously to detect, capture, and remove formaldehyde by design of smart, functional nanomaterials through engineering approaches. Does anyone know nanomaterials? A lot of your projects, right, related to nanomaterials. Okay, I hope, right? So specifically here is a demonstration. Okay, we want to make some materials, coat on your HVAC filter. Okay, so because you ran your fan, your HVAC every day. Okay, we want to make this material on your HVAC filter. Okay, so it does some, has some functions. Okay, for example, it will capture the formaldehyde, and the color will change. Okay, once you capture the formaldehyde, the color of the filter will change. Okay, so then you may scare. Okay, I have a lot of formaldehyde in my room because the color changed. Okay, don't worry. My catalyst will also kill the formaldehyde or destroy the formaldehyde into CO2, carbon dioxide, which is not very, toxic. Usually, people generate CO2 a lot, right? So that's why, so this kind of smart filter will help you to not only detect, but also capture and destroy formaldehyde into CO2, okay? Here is another detailed strategy, okay? We try to use different, materials with different functionality, combine them together to solve this problem, okay? So I will try to be brave, okay? How we do this, right? So experimentally, we will do using the experimental method, try to make or try to synthesize this kind of materials. We coat these materials onto the filter, and we will do very detailed, scientific characterization to check these materials. Okay, here are some preliminary results. Okay, so on the top you have some kind of images of my particles. Okay, containing several interesting nanoparticles inside the structure. Outside we have this kind of porous structure, try to absorb this kind of gases. Okay, we did a very detailed characterization, try to verify. So this is the material we want. Okay, we also can make this kind of nanofibers. Okay, these fibers directly can make this filter. Okay, So the filter is exactly the same as your HVAC filter used in your home. Okay, but we coat some kind of very useful materials on the surface. Okay, so that's why this filter is small, smaller than the traditional filter. So we can capture more toxic gas, okay, than the traditional one. Okay, we also did some kind of characterization, try to see if this filter is really, do the job or not. So we characterize this as formaldehyde gas absorption. Okay, so we compare with the traditional one. So you see, we did have some significant improvement. Okay, so we have the huge absorption capability of my filter. We also did some other, materials try to capture or detect the formaldehyde, as you see. So we can detect as low as 0.25 ppm. So ppm is a unit of temperature called ppm. Does anyone know ppm? Yes. Parts per million, right? So very low concentration, so we can detect, and at room temperature. So that means our catalysts, this kind of functional materials can do the job to detect, capture, and destroy this kind of toxic gas. Okay. So here's a short summary. Okay. Indoor air quality is very important. Okay. Because we spend most of our time indoors, and indoor air pollutant levels can be very high compared to outside, right? So that's why we need science and engineering approach to help to solve this problem, okay? So finally, if you are interested, okay, so you can visit my lab. Here's a location. You can also visit my website, okay? So you will see a lot of fun projects going on, okay? You can also contact me directly. And we also have research and learning opportunities through different kind of programs, if you like. Okay, we have a lot of programs available, for K-12 students coming to the lab to learn, to experience, to have fun. Okay, so last summer we had several students in my lab, so they did a fantastic work. Okay, trying to make very interesting nanomaterials, in the lab. Okay, so here is a short summary of my research. Okay, so we make very different, a lot of different materials, try to solve energy, environment, and human health problems. Okay, a lot of fun projects going on. So finally, I would like to acknowledge my funding sources, and with that, I would like to complete my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Any questions?
So you said that a possible solution for this would be to convert the formaldehyde into CO2, right?
Yes.
But then you also said that CO2 was another threat, like in a...
CO2 is actually not, okay? So people produce CO2. You produce CO2.
Yeah.
So a lot of people in this room also produce CO2. So the only problem with CO2 is outside people think CO2 is a greenhouse gas. But someone doesn't believe, okay? So that's why, so this is the thing, right? But CO2 is generally non-toxic, okay?
So like you're saying it's not as bad as formaldehyde, like it's enough for you. Trying to say...
Could you repeat again?
You're saying that like CO2 isn't as bad as formaldehyde, even though it's a greenhouse gas.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
CO2 is safe. Okay. The only big problem in a room, right? So if you have high CO2 level, you will feel very sleepy. So this is the only thing, right?
Have we yet implemented these technologies in houses today? Like across the land, have we yet to implement what you said into every house, or is that not here yet?
Not yet. So that's why I'm doing this. Okay, try to implement this kind of technology soon. Okay.
When do you think that we will have that commonly in every household?
I hope as soon as possible. Maybe next year. I'll try my best.
That'd be wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you.
How did you produce the nanomaterials that you use to capture the formaldehyde?
Could you repeat again?
How did you produce the
Produce,
nanomaterials?
okay. So we produce these materials in my lab by using the so-called aerosol process. Okay, basically we using the so-called Gleason nebulizer to spray the chemicals, okay, the starting material into very tiny droplets. So these droplets will be carried out into a hot furnace. Inside of the furnace, these droplets will become the nanoparticles. Okay, then these nanoparticles will be coated on the filter. So we can use these nanoparticles to capture formaldehyde.
Thank you.
What filters do you recommend as an affordable alternative for the communities that can't afford the certified air masks using activated charcoal?
So activated charcoal, right?
Yeah, the masks that use activated charcoal to filter the volatile organic compounds.
Can you speak again? So I couldn't hear the first part.
What do you recommend for the communities that use biomass fires and need to still filter those volatile organic compounds, but they can't afford these certified air masks?
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So usually there are some cheap options. Okay, but you know the very charcoal produced activated carbon is very expensive sometimes. Okay, so you could use some other simple way to produce. Okay, so there's a lot of other research going on to reduce the cost of the activated carbon. Okay, so. I couldn't remember what kind of method, but we do have some kind of research going on in this topic. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So I was wondering, is formaldehyde like a main cause of asthma in kids, or is it like a big cause of the asthma in the Americans?
Asthma is one of the major reasons for asthma, formaldehyde, but it's not the only reason. Okay, there is a lot of other, potential contaminants. For example, outside pollen's also one of the, reason, and also genetic. Okay, so you have. The asthma, okay, so your children or some other people may have due to the genetic reasons. But formaldehyde is one of the major causes of asthma, okay.
Have you ever assessed the air quality at the dormitories in VCU? Have you ever assessed the air quality at the dormitories in VCU?
At VCU?
Yeah, the dormitories.
Auditorium?
Dorms.
Dormitories. I haven't had the chance, okay, so, but I would love to do a lot of studies, okay, in this room, classroom, auditorium, any other places I want to check, okay, but I have not yet studied.
Yeah.
When it comes to your own home, have you ever identified the VOC windows as the light smell?
Still a problem, okay? I try to buy a lot of commercially available sensors or meters, okay? But unfortunately, they all give me different readings, okay? So that's a problem, okay? That's why I say there is no reliable commercially available detectors, on the market. So that's why we try to develop.
Are you going to consider developing nanoparticles for other VOCs?
Absolutely.
I just have a question about your experimental design. What is the cost to energy efficiency of that particular device?
Energy efficiency?
Yes.
Okay, so they're very, low energy consumption. Okay, so usually we only need some kind of gas. Okay, we don't have very, high energy cost.
How many volts does it use?
Sorry?
How many volts of electricity should it use through that furnace?
I use the standard volts, right? Standard volts, 110 volts.
You said that the solutions was to go outside. You said that one of the solutions was to go outside, yet some of the things that are producing formaldehyde are outside. So, what's another solution?
So what you said, one of the solution is to stay outside, right? So, but what was your question?
You said that if you go outside, that's one of the solutions.
Yes.
But like pollen and ladybugs are outside too.
Yeah. Yes. So that's another problem, right? So in that case, probably you need to wear a mask. Okay. Right.
How'd you came up to the device? How'd you came up to the device?
Came up with the device.
Or your
Yeah.
airbag thing?
We will, as I explained, right? So we will coat our nanoparticles on the HVAC filter. So this is one solution. The other solution is we make the HVAC filters by ourselves. We can produce this kind of the fibers directly. Okay, so we can produce this kind of filters to use in our home. There's no fancy device needed. Okay, so you don't need a very fancy device. I will make this kind of filters.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm going to take two more questions, one in this group area and one in that group area.
What inspired you to start researching like formaldehyde stuff?
story first. We build a home. Okay. So the new home smells bad. Okay. So that's intriguing me because I have 3 kids. Okay. They're small. Okay. I want to protect them, right? So I want to protect them just the same as protecting you guys, right? So that's a trigger. That's a motivation.
Did you ever test your house and stuff?
Did you test the what?
Did you test your house?
Yeah, I tested. I said I bought a lot of different meters, try to detect, okay? But, the readings are not very good, okay?
What's a cost in nebulizer?
Cost of nebulizer? Okay, so the nebulizer is about $500.
What is it do?
What is it?
What does it do?
What do you mean?
What does it do?
Oh, the nebulizer will produce the droplets, okay? Very tiny water droplets.
Thank you.
Would you ever think of developing a product that could help prevent the spread of formaldehyde? Like developing a product that would help stop formaldehyde.
Oh yeah, so protect what?
Like develop a product.
Formaldehyde.